Hi there, Pat Daum, Daum Group Real Estate. So people always ask, so how's the market? It's doing very well. Focusing on the Ann Arbor schools area, the first quarter ended up pretty much mirroring all of 2024 as far as the average sales prices, days on market, things like that. But I also checked how things have been going so far in April, just from April 1st up to today. So I wanted to check that because there seemed to be a bit of sluggishness at the tail end of that first quarter, through the mid-February to late March timeframe. And the days supported that. So far in April, within the Ann Arbor schools, the average prices have gone up 7% or more. And the time in the market has decreased. It was kind of small before. It was at about 15 days in the market through the first quarter and most of all of 2024 on average, and now it's down to 9. So it sounds like 6 days less, but it's over 33% reduction. I checked the data for the other areas around the Ann Arbor, so Saline, Dexter, Chelsea, they showed similar improvements, particularly in the days in the market. In fact, their percentage decrease was even higher than Ann Arbor. So things are good and strong everywhere. So the takeaways are, well, I would say spring has sprung. Listings are beginning to come back on pretty strong. The buyer pool is still very much higher demand than the number of listings that there are out there. So that imbalance has not changed, but there should be more and more to pick from. Second takeaway, I would guess, is if you are a buyer, then you still need to be ready. You got to have your finger on the trigger, ready to go. You got to have your financing lined up. You got to have a very clear understanding of what you want, and be ready to go buy, because there's no time to just go shopping. Thirdly, I would suggest to a buyer, if you're in that and you do not win a competing offer situation, press for becoming a backup offer. Doesn't seem to be utilized that often, but I regularly do it. If I've got a client that we had a competing offer situation, we didn't win, I pressed to see, can we become a backup offer? Just did that a couple weeks ago, and sure enough, the primary offer fell through. We instantly became primary, got through everything in a hurry. 2 weeks passed, and my people closed, and they were delighted. Didn't have to go back on the market. We didn't have to go back and compete with multiple offers again. So it seems to be underutilized. I don't know why, but I don't. So I recommend that. If you're in that situation, push for that. So that's it for now. We'll bring up to date on next month's newsletter as to how things are looking, and you have a great spring. Thank you.